economic situation has changed a whole lot as well.
$9 million to Peter Eastgate, 22 years old, the youngest main event champion ever.
You know, Craig, we gripe about taxes here in the States. I had a chance to play with Peter briefly in the poker room, and he mentioned that in Denmark, he may get taxed in excess of 60% on that win.
That's going to leave a mark. Trying to make some of those taxes back. Eastgate will give 10-5 suited to try on this hand. He raises to 1,400. King 7 for Farha. He'll call.
2,800 up for grabs, heading to the flop.
Flush draw for Eastgate.
King high, in the lead for now.
Check, check. 5 of hearts on the turn. Eastgate pairs his 5.
Now that Peter's got the best hand, Sammy's gonna bet it.
Eastgate calls Sammy's bet at 2,000. And they see an ace on the river.
Look at this, Craig. Sammy firing another barrel, completely undeterred by Peter's call on the turn. It's a good scare card. Third heart and an ace.
Farha's aggression pays off. He takes the pot.
Fearless.
2 other fearless foes in our field, Huck Seed and Gus Hansen, currently connected by more than a patch of felt. The connection's far more significant than just poker.
Well, Gus and I go way back. You know, we met on the paddle tennis courts of Santa Monica. Gus started out as a backgammon player. We would play paddle tennis in the day and go play backgammon at night, and Gus was only 18 years old at that time. I was only 22. I was amazed, you know, by his backgammon ability at that young age. And a few years later, he came to Vegas and wanted to learn poker, and he ended up living with me for like a year. He used to sit behind me and watch me play, so he knows my play very well. We've been good friends for almost 20 years, so it'll be fun to hang out with him at the table.
That is living the life, Ali. Basketball, backgammon, and poker.
Don't forget paddle tennis. Who plays that anymore?
That's so 80s. Seed's pocket 5s, compliments of our GoDaddy heads-up pocket cam.
Call.
He calls. Hansen 6-4. And he raises to 2,600.
Gus picking a bad time to step out here. Huck no doubt gonna play the pot.
He does a lot more than that, Ali. Seed putting Hansen all in. Quick fold by Gus, giving the pot to Huck.
So far, Huck has used Gus's aggression against him. Nice limp re-raise.
Back at table 4, blinds 3 and 600. Farha with a slight chip advantage. King 10 suited for Eastgate.
Kenny, if you give me 10%, I'll give you another tip.
He raises to 1,300. Ace 6 for Farha.
You're just a sick player, aren't you? I've never seen you playing that aggressive. I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're playing really aggressive. I was supposed to do this.
He calls. Farha pairs his ace on the flop. Eastgate with an inside straight draw.
1,800.
Eastgate bets 1,800 after Farha's check. Sammy calls.
Eastgate trying to represent the ace. Unfortunately for him, Sammy's got the ace, and look at this.
Eastgate hits his straight on the turn. Sammy's drawing dead.
Perfect turn for Peter Eastgate. Going to be real tough for Sammy to give him credit for a straight.
Eastgate bets 3,300. Sammy calls. Jack of spades on the river.
Last hand for 12.
Check from Farha. Eastgate bets 7,400.
7,000.
Not a good looking board for ace 6 here.
That's strong, buddy.
Busted hearts about the only thing I can imagine Peter betting that Sammy can beat.
All right, let's see.
Sammy calls and Eastgate takes it down.
I played it bad. I knew every time I do this, I play bad. I'll try to trap you. It's funny, every time I do this, it hits my mind, and I keep doing it. You know, I just limp in.
The blinds are 4,800 now.
played the die, cost me 20,000.
We'll be back in a moment. Back inside the Caesars Palace Poker Room, the bloggers closely following the round of 32 at the National Heads Up Poker Championship. Right now, Phil Locke has David Oppenheim all in. David has the best hand with pocket kings and needs to double up.
Against 2 kings.
Oppenheim had to dip into Locke's closet before the match, apparently.
Hoodie convention.
Suck. It's my birthday. Don't do this to me on my birthday.
You can do it, but 9.
No. Oh my God.
No real help on the flop for Locke.
Phil can hit a backdoor straight. He needs 2 perfect cards to do so.
Here's the turn.
Really, he wants to see a 9 here.
Rag on the turn's not going to help Phil either.
Jack anymore. Those are off the list.
Or a 9.
A 9 would be good, or a 9. Any 9.
No 9.
Any one of those 9s. How many? There's probably 7 of them in the deck probably by now. You know, with all that spiritual energy pushing on.
All right, here's the river.
Oppenheim 1 card away from a double up.
7 on the river. Oppenheim's kings hold up.
Find out the damage.
More action at the outside tables as Jerry Yang is all in with ace, queen of spades against John Phan's pocket kings.
King of spades,
More
king of hearts
Cowboys.
versus ace, queen of spades.
Yang pairs his queen, but he still trails.
2 hearts.
He's looking for a queen or an ace.
Here's the turn.
King of clubs.
And it is
Set
a
of
king.
kings on the turn for Phan.
Never mind. Jerry Yang drawing dead.
Yang headed home. Phan moving into the Sweet 16.
The razor cuts through the shadow.
Back at the featured table, Huck Seed now with an almost 2-to-1 chip advantage. Queen 9 for Hansen. He raises to 2,200.
I don't know.
Pocket 5s for Seed.
I'm going to go all in.
Why not? The nickels worked out well for Huck last time.
And
Seed puts Gus all in.
all right, 2 5s are good.
Ah, this guy.
Huck validates his read. Nostragussus.
His radar's waking up. I better stop doing that then.
It's like the cards don't even have backs on them.
Can I call a timeout over here? Gus's radar is kicked in. I want to freeze him with a timeout. At least he didn't call the suits. That would have been scary.
Well, if I was confident enough, I obviously would have called.
Yeah.
That's the kind of play that Huck would only make against an aggressive guy like Gus.
Whew, I'm just trying to freeze the game a little here while he...
7 deuce will help freeze the action.
Should probably raise this one dark. I'm scared, I'm spooked. Not really, I'm just kidding.
Blinds 4 and 800. Seed with the 2-to-1 chip advantage.
Gus should probably change gears at this point in the match. Being aggressive hasn't worked so far.
No change for Hansen. He raises to 2,200. Pocket 8s for Huck. And no change from him either. He puts Hansen all in again.
Gus cannot catch a break.
Well, it's funny because I said to myself how much I hate this hand, so I'm just going to fold.
Hansen folds and gives another one to Seed.
Could have been the best.
It's a slow, slow death so far for Gus.
Maybe it was ace-9.
What?
Maybe it was ace-9.
It was ace-9.
How good are these two?
Not the best.
Back at table 4, Sammy Farha and Peter Eastgate. Eastgate with the chip advantage. Pocket 7s for Peter. He calls. Pocket 6s for Sammy. He raises to 2,800. Eastgate calls.
Eastgate could have tried to put a move in there.
8 king deuce on the flop. 7 still good. Farha bets 3,000.
He'd love to pick the pot up right here.
Eastgate calls.
Not the easiest call in the world by Eastgate, but he wants to make sure Farha's not doing exactly what he is, which is trying to take it down by leading out.
After the deuce on the turn, check, check, then a 5 of clubs on the river.
3,000.
Sammy bets 3,000 again.
2 pair.
Eastgate calls and takes the pot.
A second barrel on the turn might have earned Sammy the pot.
He is strong. Wow.
Still